Hello, welcome back to my channel as always. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get through here with an audit preview for the Man City. Before we get into the game itself, let's go through injuries. So Rico Lewis is coming back for this game. The game is on the 21st. Akanji is going to be questionable fitness, the rest are injured. So we don't actually have that many injuries. We have 3.5 injuries, I want to say. Akanji, I'm not sure if he will play or not. I'm not sure what status of his fitness. And I always give the benefit of the doubt to the injury here, so I'm assuming he's not fit to start. He might be fit for substitution. I assume he's not fit to start. So Akanji will be delegated here with the rest of the injured players. Which leaves us with a few question marks. Left back, Mateus Nunes might be starting. Kovacic. Is Kovacic fit enough to start? What about John Stones? John Stones has been back for a little while. He's not been playing. How fit is he to start? Are we going to see Gundogan again? I hope not. So those are a bit of the question marks for me. What I do want to say is Kyle Walker very well might be right back in Pep's lineup. I don't want Kyle Walker to be right back in Pep's lineup. I suspect that Kyle Walker will start, however. This is the way I want to line up, not the way I think Pep will line up. Although I do believe Pep will do something similar to this, but I don't think he'll have both Savio and Doku at the same time. I think he'll force Doku on the left as well, which I don't understand. Savio's best place to play is the left, and Doku's best place to play is the right. And Pep just doesn't play them where they're best. Besides the point, isn't it? If Stones starts, I'm gonna expect that we're either gonna see Gvardiol as a left back or maybe as a right back. But then you're forcing him down the right on his weak foot, so you get into problematic areas there. What about Rico Lewis right back? I mean, it's better than Kyle Walker, but he's not a good defender. So maybe we'll have Gvardiol, Stones, Rico Lewis. This is not something that I'm very fond of just looking at it. What I can say, however, to start off with maybe, is I don't want De Bruyne starting. I'm sorry, he does not have the legs anymore. He simply does not look good when he starts. He looks really good when he comes on as a substitute. When he starts, he looks good for 10 minutes and then he looks like he's dead. He does not have the legs anymore to start the games. So I would have Grealish in the 10, Foden in the 8, and then, depending on fitness levels, Kovacic in defensive midfield, maybe O'Reilly. I'd do that sooner than Gundogan. Maybe Stones, but I'll tell you guys in a second why Stones playing defensive midfield is not the same as him stepping up into midfield. Rico Lewis is also a possibility. Then you'd have Rico Lewis and Kyle Walker. If you like that. That's also a questionable thing, isn't it? That's also questionable. So, let's talk about John Stones. Oh. So, people have been saying, play John Stones in defensive midfield because he plays as a defender that steps up into midfield in the treble season, which he did excellently, by the way. Which, yeah, that's true, but that's not really the same, is it now? Because at the end of the day, John Stones was a box defender. He was in here, in the box, defending. He wasn't doing any defending here because he stepped up into midfield. But the entire point of the box midfield was to force counters out down these wings where you had a prime Kyle Walker and a really good Aki. So the role he played in the treble season was really to make sure that John Stones did not have to defend this area anymore. Because that wasn't his specialty, wasn't it? Was it now? But he's always been good in the box. Or in our own penalty area. So what it allowed John Stones to do is use his on-the-ball skills in midfield. It allowed him to play as a centre back in our own penalty area. And it allowed all of that to happen while only conceding counters down the wings where we had competent fullbacks who could slow down counters if not outright stop them themselves. So how does that change if he plays as defensive midfielder outright? Well, he's no longer defending in this area, unless we're going to play with a back 5, where the defensive midfielder drops into centre back for a back 3, or a back 5 even. Pep Guardiola will never play that way, so that's not going to happen. So he's going to be in this area to defend rather than this area. So maybe John Stones can do that. Maybe John Stones can do that. Maybe I'm just wrong. Tell me down below what you guys think, yeah? I think that the roles are just very different. Of course, there's similarities. I'm sure he will, going forwards-wise, do it excellently. I'm just questioning how well he will do going backwards in that role. Tell me down below, yeah, if you think I'm wrong about it. I don't favour John Stones as a defensive midfielder. Which leaves the question for, does John Stones even play anymore? Because Guardiola is pretty much John Stones with a better output, better pace, and younger. So it raises a lot of question marks about John Stones, doesn't it? We may see him as defensive midfielder. I would prefer that over Gundogan. I would prefer Kovacic over Stones, depending on how fit Kovacic is. I don't know if I would prefer O'Reilly. Defensive midfield is just so skint, that's the area. That's the problem. We don't have a defensive midfielder, so that's why we're trying to force everyone into defensive midfield. What I've seen as well is Grealish as defensive midfielder, and then Foden together with someone else in the 10. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of things with Man City right now is I don't know. I'm never trying to shut down any suggestions, right? Because nothing is off the box anymore for Man City. We're desperate for solutions that Pep Guardiola can't find at the moment. So I don't think anything is off the charts anymore. I predicted Matheus Nunes left back. I'm really not sure what I can predict for this game. Well, I predicted Matheus Nunes as a fullback. I didn't say what side he will be on, but you get the point. I really hope Kovacic is fit enough to start, really. Because we can't have two areas with absolute shit players, can we now? Like, Rico Lewis and Kyle Walker are both horrendous. Let's talk about Kyle Walker, actually. People have been talking to me about, oh, Kyle Walker, he was on an injury. Did he have an injury to his brain? Because all his mistakes are positioning. How does an injury change your positioning? Like, his brain must be injured, right? Because he can't use it anymore. He can't use it anymore to know where he's supposed to stand. So, Kyle Walker, yeah, don't be mistaken, his performances will not improve. And if they do, fair enough. Fair enough if they do improve, I fucking hope so. Because right now, it's looking grim. It's looking really grim. So, yeah, Walker or Rico Lewis, pick your poison. Pick your poison. Both of them don't know how to track a runner. Both of them don't know how to play someone offside. It's really difficult, you know. Obviously, De Bruyne has come on as a substitute for Grealish. Or for Foden even. Shift Grealish into the 8. Silva. These players are so fucking shit, bro. This is the problem. We've kept players way past their ability, so this squad is just absolute shit. Silva, put him on the right, I suppose, for a while. You can shift Doku to the left or keep Savio on the left. And that's about the best you can do, really. 2 substitutions. Maybe bring on some academy players like O'Reilly. McAtee, I don't like him, he's shit. That's about it. That's about it. I am so done with this team, I can't lie. Anyhow, we've got Everton after this game. So hopefully we can stop the rot against Everton. It won't be this game, I can't lie to you guys. I'm gonna have to guess 2-2. I know that this Aston Villa team isn't great, but are we? I'm gonna go 2-2. Another draw. Another game without a win. Another like a reason why Pep should be sacked. And the cycle goes on. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Tell me down below what you guys are expecting from this game. I'll be very surprised if I see any positive Man City fans here. I'll be very surprised. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching to the end, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.